Hey, how about you, everybody? Welcome into the Corner Recruiting Show. I'm your host, Jeffrey Lee, Senior Recruiting Editor for Auburn Sports.com. Today is Thursday, August 28th, 2025. For you, it is Wednesday evening, August the 27th, 2025. For the three of us, keep that in mind moving forward. If we slip up with any today's, tomorrow's, yesterday's, tonight's, last night, tomorrow night, we absolutely will do it. We've done it before, at least. I think once or twice we've been known to do it, and we will do it again. So keep that in mind. Fantastic show for you this week because it's the last before the dead period ends. This is the end of the dead period. Next time we will be talking to you next week. We'll be talking about visitors, official visitors, unofficial visitors, recruits coming in. Hell, we might even be talking about somebody recommitting or decommitting. Yeah, we'll talk about that here in a little bit. Fantastic show. We're going to take questions from the corner of the bunker and talk about whatever you want to talk about. Here to do it with me, as they always are, 100% of the time when I see their face, they're actually here. Mr. Cole Pinkston, Sir Allen Head. How about you, fellas?
How about you?
How about you? How we doing?
How about you? I'm doing pretty damn good. I am. I'm trying to be genuine here with my answer.
Okay. Some authenticity. I like it.
Yeah, I was gonna be honest with you here, and I am going to be honest with you here. I'm doing fairly well.
Okay.
And I will say this. This week, I think I'm in a better mood now than I probably have been in the past few weeks because everything's about to change, right?
Yes.
You know, we're about to have things to talk about.
The
Football season.
Yes.
The end of the dead period. Visitors coming. Official visits being set. Who's going to flip? You know, is that guy going to sneak in for a visit? Do we need to go, you know, keep an eye on this guy? So this next week will be kind of like the takeoff. You know, the takeoff for the recruiting season. Everybody's already committed. Now it's going to be who's going where.
Yep.
It's bachelor season. Y'all feel that little fall-like in the air?
50 degrees this morning.
Here's the thing, though, man. I think it's a little false fall.
Oh, for sure.
Oh, it is.
And then we're going to get that full-blown September summer that Alabama is famous for, man, where it is just blazing 90 degrees for a couple of weeks before it finally cools back off again.
Yeah. And then it'll hit the 80s again in October. It always does in both seasons. October 15th, you'll be up in a tree stand in a short sleeve shirt, sweating balls. I mean,
you cannot tell my allergies it's false fall because for whatever reason this triggers them. So you might hear me sniffing. I apologize. It is going to be like a furnace at that Auburn Ball State game. I just know it.
Yeah, but at least it's going to be 6:30.
That is true.
6:30 p.m. kickoff. You know, Auburn has had crappy kickoff times the last several years.
Unbelievable for the non-con games.
Yes.
Just terrible. Now, look, Cal, I get it. They made it the 2:30 game on CBS. Understandable. Okay. You know, anytime you can get the dun, 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 dun,
yeah,
you do it right.
Dun, dun, dun. Yeah.
But all the other games,
I'm going to miss that.
It was like we were playing the Jefferson Pilot 12 o'clock special or something.
Well, you know, you gotta earn it.
Apparently so.
We're going to talk about Hezekiah Harris here shortly, but before we do, we've got a special sponsor of the show tonight. Love this guy's work. So proud to have him on tonight as a sponsor. It's Stephen Maloff, man. If you're not familiar with him, he was a walk-on linebacker for Auburn University back under Coach Dye, member of the 1988 SEC Championship. He is nationally known for his pencil work. He's an artist. He's fantastic, handcrafted. He's got all this stuff and not just Auburn stuff, but he's got all kind of stuff handcrafted in the greatest detail. Stephen Maloff is proud to present the historic trees of Toomer's Corner. He's got the spirit of Auburn, Nova, Albee, and many more. And we want you to go check out his work at maloffgallery.com. That's MALKOFF gallery.com. It's like walk off, but with an M, maloffgallery.com. Cole and I both are proud owners of some work. There's Cole. He's got the Albee.
Mm-hmm.
But you can see Nova there. The Toomer's Trees is the one I have. There's Stephen with Albany and Cole's painting. That's what Cole's. I mean, not painting. Yep. But he's fantastic. He's a fantastic Auburn man, fantastic Auburn family. Supports our site. We're hoping that maybe we can help support him and his site. He just does fantastic work. Go check him out at malkoffgallery.com. Again, that's like walk off with an M. malkoffgallery.com. MALKOFF gallery.com. Former Auburn player, former Auburn SEC champion. Well, he's not a former champion. He will always be a champion, SEC champion. Handcrafted, fantastic work, detail. I tell you what, Alan, he's got the Geneva oak tree. Isn't that down there, you?
Hell yeah. That is absolutely God's country, man.
I think that's what it is. Let me pull this up because I was looking at it today.
Geneva County butts right up to Coffee County.
Oh yeah, Hartford, Geneva.
Mm-hmm.
Speaking of that, Manuel Henderson, saw him at Kansas the other day.
Let me share my page real quick, Zach.
Yeah.
Check this out. The old Geneva oak.
Wow.
Look at that detail, dude.
Sweet.
That may actually get some attention from me. My dad needs some new office stuff.
I mean, it's unbelievable.
Yeah.
Unbelievable.
Really well done.
For the Auburn fans, it's time, you get to a certain age and the flag on the wall and stuff. It's time to have a little class in your man cave. And this is the stuff to do it with. You see Nova, Albee, Jordan Hare. That was actually Jordan Hare on the first time at Jordan Hare, December 2nd, 1989.
Wow.
You mean the collection of beer bottles needs to come down?
Yeah, I think it's time, big dog.
Gotcha.
You still got that tree with the Natty Light cans on the side.
The posters and the flags. It's time for them to come down, dads.
All the original cans.
And hang up some classy stuff, and we got it right here. MalkoffGallery.com. Fantastic stuff. We appreciate him sponsoring the show. All right. Hey, staying with my screen, Zach, let me just show you what the hell's going on in Auburn this week. Figure this out if you want to. I don't know what to make of it, but Hezekiah Harris, who's been committed to Auburn since he was 9 years old, is ready to make a final decision between Auburn, Tennessee, and Florida. And his quote is, "I'm really liking other schools right now. I still love Auburn, and I may end up still going with Auburn. But right now, I'm just up in the air between these three schools." So he thought, hey, I don't really know where I want to go, so I'm going to make a final decision on September 1st. Makes sense, right? Not sure where he wants to go? All right. Took official visits to each. He gave some quotes about Auburn, Florida, and Tennessee. He's going to announce his final decision on September the 1st, and I guess not take any other visits, be done with his recruitment. Mm-hmm. Alan, I know behind the scenes you were digging on this.
Yeah.
And we all were. So we'll compare notes here live on air.
Sure.
What are you hearing?
Well, first of all, I put a post up today that this is one of the stranger things that I have seen in this recruiting cycle. And I don't want anybody to take this as me taking a shot at Hezekiah Harris, okay? But just this is where we are in the world of recruiting at this point, where I'm going to have a final decision. I don't know what I'm going to do, but I'm going to have a final decision.
I'm ready to make a final decision. I don't know what's going on, but
the kid's not even announcing it himself on social media. He's doing it by proxy. So it was just the whole situation was relatively strange. But as far as information is concerned, Tennessee is the other team that you need to worry about. That was immediately the feedback I got was Tennessee's who you should watch. I think former Auburn assistant, and I'm struggling for the name right here, goes by the name of Chop.
Laverne Harbin.
Yes, Laverne Harbin has done a fantastic job.
Is that his name, Cole?
Lavorne, maybe?
Lavorne Harbin. Yeah, Chop. Yeah.
Chop has done a fantastic job recruiting this young man. I think Auburn values him, but they see him very similar that I see him. I think they see him as a high upside, low floor type player, where if he hits, there's NFL type potential with him. But there's a wide variance on where he could land as far as his potential at Auburn because the floor is just not as stable as maybe some other prospects. So I think they're trying to make a determination of, is Hezekiah Harris the one we want to go all in on this class? And they may decide that. They may say, you know what, he's the guy. We're going to make sure that we do what we need to do to secure him from a resource standpoint. Or maybe they decide, you know what, we've got other prospects that we like at this position. Or guess what? Jacquez Wilkes is a kid that's, he could play buck. He could play inside linebacker. Maybe we find out what our best value is. Maybe there's another inside linebacker that DJ Durkin really likes that we can now turn our attention to and apply those resources that we were going to give to Hezekiah. So there's a lot of directions that this could go. I don't think anything from my side of it has been decided just yet. I haven't been told like, hey, they know exactly what they want to do here or how they want to play this. So I think it's going to be interesting to see come September 1st how this all shakes out. And hopefully I'll have more information before then. But right now it's a little TBD.
Cole, is that lining up? Is that tracking?
It tracks. I'm trying to think I'm trying to decide if I want to say what I'm thinking right now.
I'm going to say it.
Yeah, I'm going to say it. And it's not really specific to this, although it does fall in this category, I believe. Something I've learned in this cycle is that hard commitment dates and this final decision dates are extremely strategic.
Yes.
Very strategic.
Preach, brother. Preach.
If you're not connecting the dots by what I'm saying by that, it is a money thing, I believe. I'm not just 100% saying this is a money thing, but this is what I've come to learn about these hard decision dates. Hey, I got to have this date. This is my date. I may not have it made up in my mind yet, but I will by this date, and it's because they know that's when the offers need to come in.
When that check's going to clear.
So that's exactly what I was not afraid, and I'm glad you went ahead and said it, but that's absolutely what my read is. And even from talking to people behind the scenes is like Auburn has given him his offer, and then UT and Florida have said, well, look, man, here's our offer. And he goes, oh, well, hey, y'all see this over here? Yeah, we see it. We're good. Okay. Well, I'm going to make a final decision on September the 1st, and this is just exactly what Cole said. So now he's putting Auburn's feet to the fire and saying, you're either going to make me happy. Now, listen, or I'm going to have a final decision elsewhere. That's my read on how things are playing out right now. And I'm with you, Alan, in that Auburn has an offer on the table that I think is more than fair. And I think over the long term, it's even better.
Yeah.
In the short term, it's not as good. I think that's fair to say. I think in the short term, I don't know specifically which one, but if you say Tennessee is the one, then I'll go with that. I just know that another school, presumably Tennessee, and I trust you on that, has a better short term offer than Auburn does. Auburn has a better long-term play. And going back, so that's Cole's point, going back to what Alan said, is that this guy is a slow play kid. He's not an instant impact guy. He's not SEC ready right now. And they're not paying him or offering him as though an SEC ready player. And I think another school, presumably Tennessee, is saying, oh no. We're going to pay you that way. So it's like Alan said. So now you've got a decision to make. Do you want to make your run now? Do you want to put your chips in? You want to put your best forward, your best offer forward now? If for no other reason, perception. I mean, if you lose this kid, our subscribers and even our listeners now know that if he goes elsewhere, it's not like he said, forget Auburn, man. They suck.
I think the perception game, I didn't mean to cut you off, Jeffrey.
No. That's good. You saved me. I was running out of shit to say anyways.
I think the perception game, I'm not going to say it went out the window for Auburn this year, but I think it matters maybe a little bit less to them because they know they got to win. They don't do that. It doesn't matter anyway. So I don't know if they're going to cater to the perception game on this one. Having said that, I do think Auburn intends to hold on to him. And I
aggressively.
I agree with Alan. I think Tennessee's the school. I don't think Florida's in it as much. I think it's Auburn, Tennessee.
Mm-hmm.
How aggressively? I also don't think at this point, with your roster being kind of where you like it, getting close, that you really have to overpay like we think Auburn probably has before. I don't think you have to do that right now.
I don't think Auburn is going to. No, they might bend here.
Mm-hmm.
I think there's a line that they're not going to cross. I think there's a number that they're going to be like, okay, look, this is it, and we understand if you want to go elsewhere.
I agree.
Yeah. And I'm with Cole on the perception piece of it in this particular class. And I get it, right? Like we all talk about in-state recruits, like can't miss, all that. I think Auburn's already landed the can't miss ones in this class, and they've got them firmly committed. And it's not like Hezekiah's not a good player. I think that he is.
No, yeah, he's got big potential.
He's got big potential. But again, the way I see him, there's such a variance on how he could develop. And it's not like it's a surefire thing. Again, upside through the roof.
Yeah.
But floor, where he is right now, you're talking 2 years of development probably before he's going to see the field.
Mm-hmm.
And are you going to lock in the kind of money that's potentially being talked about for a player that's going to sit on the bench for a half of what he's projected to stay at Auburn if he stays all 4 years? Because that's the other thing guys have to think about. Would I rather tie up money in a player for 2 years when I'm not going to see any return? Or would I rather allocate that in the transfer portal or to a different player at a different position or to a player that's an impact guy at that position?
Yes, that might be the play. And I think just perusing some of the questions we're going to get to, I think we're going to get to that topic. So we'll move ahead to the questions because I know this won't be the last time we talk about this situation. There you go. Tigers Unlimited. Who's the most likely edge to sign with Auburn if Hezekiah flips? We've mentioned Tank Jones at Oregon, Trenton Henderson at LSU, Zion Elee at Maryland.
Yeah,
Jordan Campbell still in play there. He's committed to Miami.
Yes.
Those are four guys that we know about that have visited that will likely return. Maybe. Anybody else? Because and Alan, I thought you made a great point today on the corner, Wednesday on the corner, is that what if you look at Jacquez Wilkes as an edge now and you go and get another linebacker instead?
And I think if I were, now I'm not in charge of Auburn's recruiting operation, right? Like I am not Will Redmond, but if that were me, that would probably be the advice, because while I think Jacquez Wilkes is a guy that can play linebacker and he can probably play it at a high level, with the way his body is already leaning and developing right now, there's a lot of potential for him on the edge. And his linebacker at the same price point that an edge player is in this class, and where you stand with other linebacker targets. That's the other thing I don't know. Is there another kid that DJ really likes in the middle that they can go get?
And the thing about right now is, Cole, you know this better than anybody. Dude, these first 2 to 3 weeks of the senior season of this high school senior, dude, they've got guys on the verge, and they're keeping eyes on, man. They're going to go, damn, hey, this dude is blown up over the summer. I love his first 2 games. Let's start pushing on him a little bit. Let's get him in for an OV. So you're going to start seeing some new names.
And a couple things here. You don't forget they've just moved J.J. Falk to Buck.
Yes.
So you have that, which Alan was all over this on our shows a year ago. J.J. Falk he's a linebacker for sure.
Right.
I was going to ask, does Jacquez remind either one of you two body-wise, physically, as JJ?
Yeah, I think, yeah. I mean,
maybe not
physically, yes. The skill set might be different. I'm not entirely sure.
Yeah.
So I think Wilkes could play in the box. I mean, I was kind of with Alan with Falk, like, yeah, but look at his brother, man. He's going to keep growing. He's got those genes. He's just better served on the edge. You could see Wilkes in the box, but he'd be just fine on the edge.
Right. I'm with Cole. I think the lateral agility is a little bit better on Wilkes, and I think his ability to play sideline to sideline linebacker is going to be there for him. Whereas with JJ, I've always felt like he was a little limited in the skill set that you needed. Not that the physicality and the size weren't there, I just felt like he was going to be a guy that could excel closer to the line of scrimmage, particularly in pass rush situations. And from everything that I've heard from fall camp, he really kind of took to that position. And I think it's a natural spot for him. With Jaquez, I'm still a little bit torn, but I can absolutely see the body type projecting out that way. Like, I mean, I think he's got Dante Hightower type upside. Like he's that kind of guy where he could play inside or out with being relatively comfortable doing both.
Who was the guy that Durkin had at A&M that was built like that? Cooper?
Yes.
Edgerrin Cooper, I believe was his name.
Cooper. Yes.
I mean, that guy was like 6'3", 6'4", so you're looking at a similar type of guy that played Mike over there, or Will, whatever he played, in the box. So I could see that. And I'll say this, with the edge targets, I'm looking big, man. I'm not going to stop looking at Anthony Tank Jones and Zion Elee.
Hey, Cole.
And they aren't either.
I was going to say, what if, let's play if Hezekiah goes elsewhere, that opens up whatever you were going to give. Do you make a push for one of these big dogs?
Yeah.
Do you put that towards one of those big dogs?
Of course.
And try to go get you a 5-star?
Yeah, you make the push. You don't mess around. They're gonna throw everything they got at those guys.
I think so too.
I feel very sure about that.
I think Tank Jones and Zion Elee. I don't think that those two are over at all.
No.
I'm certainly not predicting Auburn to get them. By the way,
no.
I just think they're going to go after them.
Yes, I think come December, late November, depending on what Auburn does in September and October, we might still be talking about them.
That's the thing. And this is where I think we lose some of our subscribers at times, because they're like, well, if it's just money, then just pay them, right? Well, there's more baked into it than that. There needs to be development. There needs to be wins. There needs to be a lot of things giving positive trajectory to the program. And yes, money's a part of that, right? Like, you got to be ballpark with whatever you're offering. But there are other facets to a recruitment that also have to be nailed down. And I think Auburn is lacking in some of those areas a little bit, just because they haven't played a game yet.
Mm-hmm.
Once they start playing games, and you're right, Jeffrey, that's going to provide information for them to really get in the game with some of these guys where you didn't necessarily have a hat on the table.
Literally.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That was sad. Carter Man 427. At this moment, who do you predict is the most likely cornerback target to sign, if any? Right now, Carter Man, I don't think there's any high school guys. I wrote about, I put that on the message boards last week. There's a world where Auburn doesn't sign of the corners and nickels that I have listed on the hot board.
Mm-hmm.
There's a world where Auburn doesn't sign any of those guys. So do y'all have anybody that you would predict at this moment, even most likely?
No, and I know I still owe a mock class. I'm sorry, guys. For those that are watching this, I know I promised it last week. I've gotten jammed up at work. I had a few things going on, but I promise you I'm going to get it up. I don't have anybody projected right now because I don't feel good on that. The one I will mention, because I think he's going to officially visit. I don't think they've got anything firmed up yet, but I feel like they're trending towards that, is Travis Stevenson. Currently committed to Georgia Tech. I think he's the one, if they make a play, he might be the one that's most likely. And I know I've mentioned TJ Umanura in the past. There's something about that situation that I like. Yes. Do I think flipping a kid from Michigan State's easier than flipping a kid from Georgia Tech, particularly one from the state of Georgia? I do. But I'm just not – there's not that buzz that I want to hear right now where they're really trying to get that kid back on campus. Now, maybe I'm wrong, and maybe Wes is doing things – he's keeping things quiet, and, true G's move silent, right?
Oh, yeah.
The whole lasagna bit. But I don't know, man. I'm just not feeling
I
that.
just got that.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. So go ahead, Cole.
Well, I just wrote about this Tuesday night with the corner room. I think, and I've heard, and I believe they've hit on all these corners in this on this team. Donovan Starr and Blake Woodby, I think, are going to be really, really good. And I'm not the only one that thinks that. It's people inside the building are looking at those two and going, man, that's perfect behind what we got right now. Those guys can play. Yeah, Pleasant and Strader, they can play. And I think Pleasant's got multiple years. So
the defensive eval, hell, all of the evals, I wouldn't say 100%, but damn, the hit rate on this staff and their evals has been pretty freaking high.
Yeah.
Now, even so, those are 6 guys. Kay and Elee will be gone. Well, no, Kay and Lee's got another year if he wants it, I think.
If he wants it, I think he's the one that's thinking about turning pro, though. Like of the guys in that room, I think he's the one that's probably got the most ambition about going pro. Now, Crawford can't, right? He got him for another.
Yeah, he has to come back. He's in the same boat as Cam Coleman. Like they have to have another year of college.
Right.
I think Strader, is he a 1-year guy? I can't remember.
He's a 2. Him and yeah, he's a 2.
Okay, so let's assume that 1 leaves.
Mm-hmm.
Just using the law of averages, you're at 5 corners in that room. Devin Williams is another one. Don't forget about Devin.
Yep, he's there.
I think 1 spot is there. 1. And I just don't know if it's going to go to a high schooler.
No, and you still got the kid from Moody that's there too, that's giving him a look at corner.
Oh, Amon Langanis, yeah, and he's played all around, but yes, he's there as well.
War Eagle, is that a J? Can't see. War Eagle J man, is there any confidence with Zion Elee, and are we for sure the biggest threat to Maryland? For sure, no. But I will say this: I thought this was funny in the past week. I think it was the 24th. But Zach, I'm going to share my screen real quick. Let's see. So Zion Elee, there was an update on Zion Elee. Confirms his loyalty to Maryland. And then he said the 3 schools that I stay in contact with, according to this author, is Miami, Penn State, and South Carolina. And Zion says those are the only 3 schools I respond to. Well, about 2 hours after that story came out, Zion posted this. I didn't say that. Did y'all see that?
Mm-hmm.
So am I for sure the biggest threat? I don't know. No, I wouldn't say for sure, but certainly.
I think it's might even be a positive thing that Auburn was not mentioned in that.
Isn't it?
Because he probably did say that, if we're being honest, because, I mean, he also said he wasn't going to take an official visit to Auburn, and he did.
The old okey doke.
Now, if you were betting on who the next, who after Maryland has the best shot, would you bet on Auburn?
I would.
I would too.
Yeah.
I would.
Yeah, I agree.
I think there's just too many relationships with Wayne Dorsey, with Rock, with DJ Durkin, with Hugh Freeze, with all the kids from St. Francis.
I think that kid's going to visit again.
Absolutely.
And when he does, if Auburn is producing on the field and Maryland is having what I think is going to be another difficult season, the question therein lies, what's most important to him? Because again, and I'm going to stay on record of this, I think Maryland is going to have the best NIL deal on the table for him.
No question.
And I don't think it's going to be close.
No question. So again, he's a guy that we expect to continue to talk about into December, if everything goes well in September and October and November.
Yeah.
Winter is coming. Winter is coming. I can't even do that. I'm not very good with accents or pronunciations or enunciations for that matter as well. If you could choose winter is coming. How do they say it on that show?
What show is this? Is this Game of Thrones?
Game of Thrones. Winter.
I know about it. I never really watched it that much.
I didn't either, man.
Okay. I did. It was good. It was all right. It was good. I saw some nannies on there. If you could choose your favorite running back prospect in this class, okay, who would it be? No question. Go ahead, Cole.
It's not even close. Jay Lamar.
Oh,
look, I've covered the running back position in my mock class that I'm going to put up this week. All right, so I'm going to stop teasing it. But there's real whispers on Jay Lamar not necessarily being completely locked in with Georgia. I mean, there's some legitimacy to that. Now, I'm not projecting into Auburn, but I think that's the one, if you're going to get in this class, I think there's going to be some movement late with Jay Lamar.
Do you know who made a return to my hot board earlier this week?
Jay Lamar.
Still at 5%, but he's back on the board.
Yes.
And that's because we obviously have heard similar things from different people.
Mm-hmm.
So and listen, again, 5%, dude, but I think he'll be back.
Yes. Yeah.
But who is the most likely running back? And again, I put a new name up there, Xavier Rutker.
Yeah, he was a.
Oh yeah, Auburn likes Rucker now.
Mm-hmm.
He was a
Rucker.
May, right? And didn't he get offered in May, and then he
Yeah.
committed to GT shortly thereafter?
He set an official visit. I had a long conversation with him, actually. Good dude. He was fired up about the offer and set an OV. I think he set one with maybe Michigan State, someone else, NC State, something like that, and Georgia Tech. And when he went on the OV to Georgia Tech, he shut it down with them. Shut it down. He took that offer, I guess you could say. So there's the story right there, actually, Jeffrey.
Which one? No way this is happening. Oh wow, no other story besides COVID.
Yeah, that was it. So I've heard about him recently as well, Jeffrey. I think Derek Nix really likes him. Auburn likes him.
Well, at least we saw a picture.
He might be the most likely to end up in the class alongside Eric Perry, and I do think Auburn's going to.
I'm with you with that.
Go for another running back. I'm not saying Auburn's going to land another running back. I don't have a lot of confidence in that part.
Sure.
Again, it's like the edge. I feel like they're going to go pretty hard after another one.
And I think they'll make a final decision on Eric Perry about midseason. And I guarantee. Listen, I'm not saying that they're going. They like him absolutely, but they want to make sure.
Sure.
And I think y'all told me, I don't know why I thought he was going to play running back this year, but y'all said that he's still playing quarterback, I believe.
To my knowledge, yes.
So, but look, we talk about ROI on these guys all the time. I mean, he's a dude you can get for a scholarship.
Yes.
His other biggest offer is like Tulane, Memphis,
Utah State.
You can get him for a scholarship.
Sure.
And take a chance on him. So I'm with both of y'all. I think a push for a second running back absolutely is coming if it's not already here. And Jay Lamar will be back on campus. We'll probably see Xavier Rucker on campus, and we'll probably see a push for a second at some point.
Yep.
Jay Lee's pink head, not to be confused with Jay Lee's pink head.
Mm-hmm.
How many wins does Auburn need this year to get a top 10 class? Damn it, Jay. What is the lowest number of wins Auburn can get to hold the current class? This is a good question. It's a lot of thinking in this question. And as this guy knows, I don't like to do a lot of thinking. All right, let's see. Okay, first of all, let's assume that Auburn's going to sign enough to have the volume, as Alan had talked about on the call-in show Sunday night. Let's just assume that Auburn's going to sign 25 or 22. Right. All right, enough volume to get up there with the big boys.
Mm-hmm.
How many wins to get a top 10 class out of that volume?
9.
Okay. You think they could get away with 8, Cole?
If you win the Iron Bowl.
If you win the right ones?
Yeah, it would have to be a combination of the right ones.
Because just think about the recruiting weekend the Iron Bowl would be if you win it. You know?
Yeah, you win that one. Okay, so the lowest number get to hold on to the current class?
7.
Yeah, it's probably 7 because
okay,
it's probably one notch under whatever Auburn fans' expectations are.
Which 8 and 4 is kind of the expectation, right? Like if Vegas has got you at 7 and 5, I think most Auburn fans, they're going to go ahead and round on up, right?
Yep.
So 8 and 4 to me definitely keeps the class intact. 7 and 5 probably does, but maybe you're paying a little bit more at the tail end than what you wanted to for certain guys.
We got to remember that the word fan is short for fanatic.
Yeah.
And recruits are not that.
No.
See, I made the the worst case scenario for Auburn to finish with 8 wins, which is, you're 6 and 5 going into the Iron Bowl.
Yeah.
And you beat Bama and you finish 7 and 5, and then you go to the Birmingham Bowl and you beat Maryland or Indiana State or whatever,
Right.
and you finish 8-5. Well, on paper that looks good, but the problem with that is bowl season is after signing day.
Yeah.
So you're going into signing day at 7-5, and that's going to be tough.
It is, but not undoable, because I look at Florida last year.
It's just going to be more expensive, right?
It's going to be more expensive. And when I think about Florida, probably you would need a run like they had where they got white hot down the stretch and they had multiple signature wins because I think they knocked off LSU and Ole Miss in back-to-back weeks down the stretch. So Auburn would need Alabama and
they would need to.
Yeah, you would need Alabama and probably Missouri along with the other.
The second best game of the second half.
Yeah, those are the two you would need. They're both at home. They would both be big.
I mean, Auburn could start the season 3-3 and finish 9-3. Realistically, that second half is winnable.
It is. I mean, I know I predicted 7-5 on the show the other night, and that has more to do with.
Do you regret it?
No, zero, man. I have zero regrets about being honest.
Don't walk it back.
No.
Makes me mad when people make you try to walk things back.
No, dude. Look, they can kick rocks if they think I'm going to take it back.
Heavy ones.
Yes. Look, dude, I reserve the right to be wrong, but I'm not going to go backwards on what I said. I have a legitimate concern, but that doesn't mean that this team is not completely capable of winning 9 to 10 games.
Absolutely.
Sure.
I was with you on that, Alan. I said I'm closer to. I said 8-4. I'm closer to 7 than I am 9.
Right. Like I don't think I'm crazy because the line's 7.5 and I went 7 as opposed to 8.
And I'm 8 and thinking 7.
Right. You know what I mean? But anyway, this is a recruiting show. Let's stay on recruiting. But again, the momentum is there. Like if they get 9+, I think this staff will have enough resources in place beyond just rev share, because that's what we're talking about here. They've got rev share, full commitment to rev share. But I think other NIL opportunities will be in place for this class to be in the top 10 if you get to 9+. I think people will be so excited, the people that matter, that fund this program, that create those opportunities. How about you, yellow fella?
Yes. Absolutely.
If nothing else, man, I've just been so impressed with the way this staff has recruited. Not only that, but hit on a lot of recruits that they believe in, and hit on some of the big ones too that should hit.
Yes.
I want to see so bad what it looks like when they have some wins behind them to help.
No, I'm with you.
Gosh, how fun would that be? It would be fun to cover.
I think that's why I would be so disappointed with the 7-win season.
Well, I don't want to get into the whole thing, but I would too, because, man, I think this is the way. I think this is the way to get it done.
I'm with you. And you would love to see I think we all believe that, right?
Yes.
The way they've built this has been the right way. The way they've done this from a personnel standpoint has been flawless execution to this point. And as people that cover recruiting and cover player acquisition, whatever you want to call it now, to see a team not have to fight negative recruiting and have all the momentum on their side from a proof of concept standpoint on the field, damn, man. Like that would be an exciting signing day to cover. Because I know we all looked at each other last signing day or like, I mean, your class was pretty much intact with the exception of Darion Smith, and we all felt comfortable that was the way that was going to go.
And that might turn out to be a nice little steal there from Tennessee.
Big time steal. I mean, again, Rodney Garner doesn't miss very often on defensive line evaluations. He just doesn't.
He'll just run them off. That's all.
Yeah, I mean, he may be a hard ass, but whatever. You know, I mean, he can ID some talent, man.
Yeah.
And for clarification purposes, Chop, who we talked about earlier with Hezekiah Harris, did he get an on-field position?
He did. He's now the outside linebacker coach.
That's right. Chop was the director of player personnel under Gus.
Gus's last year. Because remember, Patrick Suttis took off for Georgia Tech. I think Auburn hired somebody else, but then COVID happened and they couldn't finalize the hire, and Chop was internally promoted.
Yeah, he was Rodney's right-hand man, and when Rodney went to Tennessee, he went with him as almost in the same scenario as Jeremy Garrett and Vontrell King Williams. That's kind of what Chop was to Rodney course,
Yeah.
Rodney still got us, but Chop moved up to the outside linebacker / edge. So, all right, let's move it on. Lubin Makia.
Oh my God, dude. Oh, that screen name. Come on, baby.
Oh, that's not the screen name. I was just telling you. Oh, that is a screen
Oh,
name.
yeah, there it is. His profile picture is funny too. It is half of Clev Lubin's face and half of Hudson Cox's face.
Oh, really?
Yes. Yes.
Who's Lubin?
Clev Lubin. You remember Clev?
From Coastal Carolina.
Coastal transfer guy.
He was a top edge target to begin the cycle with.
Yeah, he visited and gave us an interview, and then I can't remember where he went.
Zach said he was gonna. This guy was getting on the show one way or the other.
You damn right.
All right, so let's see what
anything.
he could ask anything. He's getting picked for this moment right now. Lubin McCook. Which target commit that isn't highly ranked will we be talking about as yet another eval that Hugh and this staff nailed early? Okay, we talked about hitting with evals. In this target commit, would you say Cole, Caleb Harris? I mean, not Caleb Harris, Caleb Morris.
Yeah, Caleb Morris, but I think he's going to have a little spike soon. I think he's going to shoot up the rankings a little bit, so he could be teetering on 4-star territory before it's over.
Kentrell White's probably the one, right?
I think he's like the obvious answer. That's the first one that popped in my mind.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna go different. I'm gonna go different.
Ahead.
You go ahead and finish that, and I'll.
Well, Kentrell just has such a different skill set from a lot of players at that position. I mean, some real freaky athleticism, a guy that could potentially play wide receiver. I mean, he's got that kind of speed, that kind of athleticism, that kind of rawness to him that you could shape him in different ways. But if he adds 20, 30 pounds, he's going to be a matchup nightmare. Is kind of that flex tight end target. When you get him, he's too big for safeties, too fast for linebackers, just, a real problem. So I think he's a guy that and it's a big if, right? Because his body's not where it needs to be at the moment. If his body comes around and develops the way that it needs to, he could absolutely be that next guy you're talking about.
Tell you who I have high hopes for. And this is more hopeful, maybe wishful thinking.
I got one for you.
Than it is I'm saying this guy's going to exceed what we know him to be right now.
Mm-hmm.
I have high hopes for Nico Heppy.
I like that.
I do, man. He is a beast. He's built like he should be. He's got the feet. He's got to learn the game. But, man, he could be special. He's got the intangibles.
Look, man, anybody that plays rugby probably got false teeth at this point in his young life because he's getting punched in the mouth. Yeah, dude, I'm pulling for that guy.
I'm pulling for him too. Worth a shot on that guy.
I'm gonna give you one. His name is Wilson Zaire.
Ooh.
Okay.
And if you'll remember, when Auburn got on him, he was a nobody. Matter of fact,
people hated it.
Matter of fact, when I mention a guy as just Rabin Gap offensive tackle, Wilson Zaire was back in Auburn on Saturday. I'm looking back over my he was the number 34 offensive tackle in the country at the time. Like, he was low 3-star.
Yes, very low. Unrated, I think.
I think he was. I think he was unranked.
He was
unranked. Because I didn't even put 3-star in there.
He was unranked when he was starting to pick up like Alabama and Michigan offers.
Matter of fact, anytime my headline is this right here.
Don't give away your secrets.
Big OT. Or Georgia OT.
Georgia OT,
yeah. That's
Big
when
OT.
you know they're unranked.
Yeah. And then you go down and you got Rabin Gap, offensive tackle. Like, that's the best way to describe him. He's a nobody in the rankings world. But so I'll go with Zaire there.
You knew at the time that article was important, and it would be. Oh, yeah.
Text Auburn 96. With certain players being projected to return next year in the current recruiting class, please list your top 3 areas of need heading into December. With certain players being projected to return next year in the current recruiting class, please list your top 3 areas of need In the portal, in the recruiting 2026 and 2027.
I think he means 2025, like coming this December. If we retain all the talent that we're going to retain, like we're not going to lose anybody to the portal, right? What do you think the biggest needs are moving into signing day?
To sign in this 2026 class?
Yes.
Edge.
Defensive line, period, right?
Yeah, edge and D-line.
Those are the two that jump out at you.
Feel good about linebacker. You got Goon and Wilkes coming in, and I like the
yeah, defensive line for sure. Oh, yeah.
Probably running back. I mean, I think running back is the third one for me.
I was thinking tight end.
Yeah, I was thinking that too.
But to me, and I'm sorry for all the tight ends out there, running back's more important.
Well, then I feel more confident about being able to get a blocking tight end from the portal.
Yeah.
Honestly.
It's not DB. It's not wide receiver.
Nope.
No. It's not quarterback.
No. It's not corner. Yeah.
Corner.
The DB.
So it's not linebacker.
Linebacker.
So you got D-line, edge, tight end, and maybe another offensive lineman or two.
Yeah.
But I put offensive line behind those other ones because you've already got three that you really like in the class right now.
I hear you.
You're looking for one more from high school, in my honest opinion. I think ideally you'd like one more, and then you're going to the portal for 2 to 3 guys. Like you've got to restock. Because again, we talked about this. I see it all the time. The kid from St. Francis, people are like, well, why don't we just pay him? If Auburn thought that kid was day one SEC ready, they might. Yeah. But he's not ready to start in the SEC from day one. So am I going to pay starter money to a kid that's going to sit on the bench for at minimum a year when I could put that money into somebody that can come in and help me be good next year?
Right.
It's a dangerous game to play, right? Like sometimes you have to value what's best for your future versus what's best for the present. But I think this staff has gambled and calculated things in a way that the playoff push is coming next year. If this staff stays intact, that is the goal, right? To be playoff bound in year 4 of this tenure.
Sure.
If only they weren't playing all those teams that I said that they were going to play.
Yeah, right.
Jeffrey said, ChatGPT, baby.
Georgia, Tennessee, the Dallas Cowboys.
Yeah.
I mean, have you seen that sketch?
Hey, real quick, the question 6. I really like
Cowboy.
I really liked the first game from Parker Pritchett, by the way.
Good.
Broke it down on the board. Got to fix that stance. But after that, looks pretty good.
You know, Jake's going to have fun with that.
Yeah.
Cam and Cheese. If Auburn decided to turn up the heat and make a major NIL push before December, which recruits do you think would be most receptive? Who do you think could be bought is basically what he's asking.
Everybody has a price.
Yeah.
I mean, which recruits are going to which recruits' needles are going to be moved more by Auburn going in at 30% more than what their current offer is, or 20% more of what their current offer is, what their team that they're committed to. Let's say, Tank Jones is committed to Oregon for $50K. What if Auburn comes in at 85?
Well,
who are some of the recruits? I think
I always look at the positions of need, like we just talked about. Edge. I think your edges might be receptive because they know I'm coming in to play.
Okay.
Because it's got to be, you got the offer on the table, yeah, but what else? Because everybody's going to have the offer.
Jeffrey, I'm going to say it, and I think you're going to follow with me. I think Jay Lamar is probably the one that would be most receptive, if I'm being honest.
I hope so.
And that might be, he might have to tell Auburn no.
Yes.
I hope so. That's how I would play it. I'm not in that position, shouldn't be, but I think that is a important piece for this class.
I think with what Auburn has to sell from a playing time standpoint, if what Auburn provides is so significantly superior to what Georgia is offering, watching what happened last year with Usman Chroma, because that's what Florida State did.
That's all right.
It's what Florida State did. I think there's a potential there on that one to steal him late.
O_E Maximus. O_E Maximus. If you'll email support at on3, they'll get rid of that O_, by the way. And you can just be E Maximus with us, man. We're pretty casual. We don't need the formalities here. All right. I'm just going to call you E Maximus because I feel like I know you already. E Maximus Prime.
He's called in on the show, if my memory serves me.
Is that right?
I think he has. I think you're right, Cole.
Yeah.
It seems like Hugh values quarterbacks and receivers over running backs and offensive line. Is that just my perception or reality?
I think you're right.
Okay. I was going to say, I'm trying to think of an argument.
Well, over O-line, I don't know if I'd go that far, but
over running backs for sure.
Yeah, I think so. I mean, fits his offensive style. Yeah, that's what he prioritizes.
I think Hugh and his staff look at this very much like how you value premium players in the NFL and what are the positions that get paid in the NFL. Now, the exceptional, and I mean the exceptional running backs get paid in the NFL, but on the whole, they see those guys as high collision players where there's a high turnover rate. And so they never invest a ton of money in them. You've got to be extremely special. I think Hugh looks at it as the longevity of a receiver and the ability to keep that player healthy is significantly higher. And it's what accentuates the part of his offense that he thinks makes it the most dangerous. So definitely wide receiver over running back. I don't think he values offensive line and quarterback any differently, right? Like I think he's smart enough to realize you got to have both.
Right.
And they've invested heavy money in the O-line. I know high school rankings or recruiting rankings might not reflect that, but transfer portal wise,
look at that transfer portal.
They have sunk some serious money in that offensive line.
Yeah, they have.
Captain Safety 21. Provided we come out of the gate rolling and we're 3-0 and we look, which is very, very doable, and we look the part, who's the next splash name we see in the boat? Does Caden Johnson, is he a splash to y'all?
I think he's not because he's a tight end.
I agree.
Even though he is a 4-star with Rivals now and moved up pretty far.
And you're flipping him from A&M.
Yeah.
Yeah. But he's a tight end, and it's just
I hear you.
Man, I'm rough on tight ends tonight. I'm sorry, tight ends.
Well,
they're just not sexy.
No.
Sorry, John Michael Montgomery. I mean, what's his name? John Seamus Inker.
Hey, he was really good, by the way.
He was kind of sexy too.
My man said that with a straight face and did he bleed. Oh man, I could have derailed this show with tight end and not being sexy, but we're going to keep that, on the PG level.
Is Cole frozen?
I think so.
Yeah,
I think he is.
Oh, okay,
I'm back.
But
I was like, is he?
Yeah,
I was
square up, big dog. Like, what are you looking at?
pretty much.
Did I look mad again? Dang,
You did.
So who would be your next splash for Auburn? Like, who are some candidates?
Well, sure.
I don't think Caden Johnson. I don't think Caleb Morris. Even though I really, really like Caleb Morris. Corey Wells, though.
Yes, that's the
like
one.
Like that.
I think he's the one that's. If I'm projecting today, I've actually got Corey Wells in my class. I'm going to go brazen on that one and say I think he lands at Auburn. I think they're going to commit enough to that one.
Yep.
I want to see him back.
Yes, he's got to be back, right? Like if he doesn't visit, but we've named some of the other ones, right? Like there's Jay Lamar that's out there that would be an absolute splash. Travis Stevenson would be a splash.
Yeah.
Would you guys consider Ernest Rakins a splash?
I would
definitely. Yeah. I'll give you another name. I think Deron Parks would be, and I'm still watching Deron Parks.
Me too.
Yeah.
Pretty close.
How do you think that one's going to shake between him and Dalton Toothman? Is it first one in that wants in?
Parks.
You think it's Parks? Too. Okay. You would know. So I'm going to trust you on that one.
I think it's Parks. I think Mississippi State really, really likes Dalton Toothman. I think Auburn really likes Dalton Toothman, but there's a fit there. There's an investment there. I think Mississippi State is really prioritizing him. And kudos. I mean, they think he's going to be good. I think he can be really good for them. So I kind of like him sticking with Mississippi State right now. I think Auburn's got I think Auburn's got a growing shot with Deron Parks. I felt like when he committed to Florida State, Auburn was in as good a position as Florida State. It just wasn't in the cards at the time. I still think that there's a lot to play out in that recruitment.
I completely agree. Just like you said, Cole, we were probably hearing the same things. I mean, it was the night of the announcement, and it was like, look, dude, this is not over. Like,
yeah,
he might be committing to Florida State, but this is far from over. Did we lose Allen?
He said he'd be right back.
Okay. Well, while we're waiting on him, Cole, how about some hibachi's?
Yeah, I have two.
Okay.
Hey, step it up, corner bunker.
Yeah, right.
I didn't have anybody saved this week.
Turn some heads, big dogs.
I think it's kind of quiet right now.
Everybody's kind of just
eerily. I think everybody's kind of sitting back and going, deep breaths. Yeah. Deep breaths. What is that you say, Alan? Goose for or what? Woosah.
Woosah, yes.
Nobody wants to talk. Nobody wants to. Anyway, I have two.
Okay.
War Eagle JG.
Mm-hmm.
He's gonna help me out a little bit.
War Eagle, letter J, letter G.
Yeah, it's all one, and the J and G are capitalized.
Okay.
And then our guy Turner Walker needs more recognition. I really like Turner Walker. I keep missing him. 3 times we've been close to meeting each other in person, and I keep missing him. So I have waved at him a couple times in passing. We weren't able to speak, but like he was out of practice, and then he was at the Prattville game that I didn't make it to. So Turner Walker.
Okay.
Big fan of Turner Walker. Really, really good poster. Deserves more recognition.
He is. Alan Head.
Okay, so for me, we've got Jan Michael Vincent enthusiast.
Who?
Jan Michael Vincent enthusiast.
Jan Michael.
Yes, Vincent enthusiast.
Is there an office thing there going on or no?
I don't know.
Jan and Michael. That's my first thing that comes to mind.
Jan and Michael and Vincent.
I think it's an 80s singer, but
okay.
Anyway, had a really good post. Bo is great. Hornacious.
Is okay. Hold on. Jan and Michael Vincent.
Yes.
Emerged as a leading man in the 1970s, playing notable roles in films like Going Home, because it's notable.
There you go.
And he won a Golden Globe in. He got killed.
Oh.
He didn't get killed. He died. My bad. Anyways, he's this cat must be whatever, dude. I think he was like on the Fall Guy or something.
AI got Jeffrey again, man.
Semantics. That's it. Semantics. All right. So Jan Michael Montgomery, Jan Michael Vincent as enthusiast.
Enthusiast, yes.
And then Bo is great.
Bo is great. Hornacious for taking that timely dig at Jeffrey Lee.
Yeah. That's funny.
Well, who was that again?
Hornacious.
It's in our group text.
Yeah.
That's that new guy.
Yeah. He's a treep enthusiast, I believe, if I remember correctly.
I think he went to our little sister school, Pleasant Grove.
Ooh.
What is it? His picture is your head, Jeffrey, on something.
Mm-hmm.
I live in his head, rent free, B-Dog, literally.
Yeah, I don't know what it is.
Dr. Malk for those, just for being a quality poster, and then obviously for the ad read tonight.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
And then the original Coach Pink, I think it is Tom Pinkston. Am I correct on that, Cole?
It is.
Who is now a recognized national champion. So how about you, Coach Pink?
What year was that?
1983.
83.
All right. The OG Coach Pink.
Yes.
Oh, yeah. He was a walk-on running back in 83.
Hell yeah. Did I tell you about I got a call from an assistant from the 04 team?
Mm-hmm.
And he goes, I don't know where my damn $100,000 is.
The bonus, right?
I had it in my contract, got $100,000.
Oh, yeah.
He goes, I bet you they waited till the statute of limitations run out on that. Oh, me. I was going to go ahead.
Yeah, I'd be asking that
Like
question.
Tuberville had like $1 million, or I'm sure he had much more, but those assistants had $100K, which 20 years ago was a lot more money than it is now.
For sure. I'd be on the phone with Rich McGlynn because he'd have been the only one there at the time. Like, hey, Rich.
The way things are now, players probably get $100,000.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I know there was Travis Williams called me. He was so excited. Those players, it means so much to these guys. This retro, I mean, I'm so glad. We talked about it last week, John Cohen. I'm so glad and proud of him for doing what he did. Those players deserve it. The only thing that pissed me off, and I think I've said this before, is I hated that somebody didn't have the stones to do it before when Pat Dye was alive. He deserved that, and y'all kept that from him, and that pisses me off.
I'm with you, and we seem to do that, right? In society, we wait too long.
Yes.
To give someone their flowers.
Pete Rose.
Which is why I was such a big fan of doing it with Cam Newton now, right? Like has the greatest single season in Auburn football history. Why did you wait to this point? If you were going to retire his number,
sure,
it was a slam dunk move. Why wait?
Yeah. Completely agree. All right, so the OG Coach Pink, also known as the national champion OG Coach Pink.
Yes, I think we need to make a board name just for him. National champion OG Coach Pink. Yes,
there you go.
Is that all Alan had?
That's it for me.
Okay, I have 4. How about you, Jay Smith 5187? Rice got into another, and this dude put the Ben Affleck.
Name up smoking a cigarette.
Oh, how about you, Danny Pitts? He got me on one. How about you, Jake Wilson?
Yeah.
How about you? I've just started noticing this dude like in the last couple of days, but he has. He's my kind of dude. AU Sig 93 SIG.
Yeah. He's a good one.
I thought he was giving out some pretty decent info, or at least he was acting like it. And these people were like arguing with him, and he was like, "Yeah, you're probably correct. Yeah, you probably know more than me. You lesser than. Like, I'm not even gonna worry about you.
I love it.
Yeah, he was just kind of turned me on when I told him." So how about you, AU Sig 93, Jake Wilson, Danny Pitts, Jay Smith 5187, Dr. Malk, the OG national champion, Coach Pink, War Eagle JG, Turner Walker, Jan Michael Vincent enthusiast, RIP Jan Michael Vincent, Bo is great, and Hornaceus.
There you go.
Hornaceus. How about you, Hornaceus? Daggum Hornaceus. All right, listen. Hey, don't forget about Maloff Gallery.
Yes.
And all the art, man. Y'all get your game up in your man cave. Get your Riz up. Get your what is that, Riz? Is that right? It's charisma. That's what that stands for. So no, that's not right. Just get your drip up. Thank you, big dog.
The drip. Yeah.
Okay, that's
swag.
what I mean.
Your swag.
There you go. Just don't play that stupid song anymore. No, I'm just kidding. Whatever it works. That's MaloffGallery.com. It's spelled like walk off, but it's with an M. MaloffGallery.com. Go support him. Fantastic person, fantastic family, fantastic supporter of our site. We certainly appreciate him sponsoring the show. We'll be looking for more from Mr. Maloff. All right, that's going to do it, folks. Fantastic show. We appreciate everybody listening. We appreciate everybody watching. For Cole, for Alan, for Zach in the back who stayed in the back. I'm Jeffrey Lee, man. Y'all stay that left lane. See you.